Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Geeky Fussy. Today we are going to do a full review for this Nord 2 5G, which I have been testing for around 2 weeks. So let's get started. Don't forget to like my video, share, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell notification to get the latest videos notification once I upload it. Now let's start with the build quality of the phone. It is a very handy phone because of the form factor, which is a 6.43-inch screen. I wish OnePlus would have provided with the 120 Hz refresh rate because for the processor which they are providing, a 1200 MediaTek Dimensity processor, which is a very strong processor, and even the quality of the screen given by OnePlus is very good. When it comes to sunlight legibility, it is excellent. I had no issues using it in direct sunlight. The protection used is a Gorilla Glass 5 protection for the front, whereas for the rear also it's a Gorilla Glass 5 protection. But if you see the rear, it does not have the glass feeling. If you touch, it's a matte finish, which is very good. You don't feel the fingerprints smudges coming on the phone while using it for full day use with your sweaty hands and all. So that's a very good thing which OnePlus has provided. It has an inbuilt fingerprint scanner and it works flawlessly. I had no issues using it. It's of a good quality, and this unit is equipped with a 8 GB 128 GB. You have an option for a 12 GB 256 and a 6 GB 128 GB also. Day-to-day usage was good. The phone performed very well. I did not face any issues. Even the call quality was excellent with no call drops. But I had a concern that the 5G network is still not supported on this phone due to some software issue. I went to the OnePlus One forum also, and what I found is a lot of people around the world are having problem with the 5G. If you go to the settings, it will not show you the 5G support at all. I hope the fix come out soon. Because you can see there's only the 4G, 3G, 2G, whereas there's no 5G option. Whereas I have tested this same SIM on another phone, which was the Samsung A52s, but like that it was working fine. When I checked in the forum, a lot of users around the world are having this issue. I don't know why no reviewers have yet mentioned about this. When you come to the camera part, it's a 50 megapixel IMX766 sensor. It is the latest sensor by Sony, and the second one is a 8 megapixel, and the third one is a 2 megapixel monochrome. And the front comes with a 32 megapixel selfie. Video recording is supported up to 4000 4K at 30 fps. Here are some of the samples of the photos. I will just post some samples for you to view. At night, what I felt is you should use the night mode, otherwise the images are not up to the mark. With night mode on, it is providing you decent images. In daylight also there was no issues. Everything was fine, it worked perfectly. But what I felt is it needs a little more optimization, which they can do through the software updates. And sometimes I felt that the selfie camera did not work up to the mark. When it comes to the battery usage, it's equipped with the 4500 milliamp battery, which is sufficient for a single day use. And the best part about this is the charging speed, which is a 65-watt charge brick provided, and it is charging from 0 to 100 in 30 minutes. It is equipped with a dual speaker, but there is no 3.5 mm jack, and if you see the sound quality, it's very good. So as you can see, the animations are very smooth. The scrolling, it's quite loud. If I go to Twitter and if you see even the scrolling quality speed of the video is fine. It has the Wild One L1 support for Netflix and for the 1080p. Daylight visibility is also excellent on this device. When it comes to the RAM, now the pricing, if we currently, which I just checked on Amazon, it is priced for 30,000 for the 8 GB 128, and for the 12 to 56 35,000. In Qatar, the current price is 1399 for the 8 to 128 and 1649 for the 12 to 56. To sum it up, I would say it's a good device for the price. Even though there are some options from Realme, like the Realme GT Master Edition, which comes with a 778 processor, which you can have a look at it. Apart from that, I would say the Samsung A52s 5G is also a fairly capable phone if you want to go for a Qualcomm processor. But if you like the OnePlus Nord, I would say go ahead. But do keep in mind that the network issue, the 5G issue is there, which will be sorted out in the future software updates. And there is some software minor which needs to be tweaked up, maybe in the future version. When Android 12 will come, it will be coming with the Color OS. As you know now, no Oxygen OS will no more be coming in this phone in future. So Color OS is also a very good platform. It's a very stable OS because I have seen it in Realme and Oppo devices.